Hey everybody, welcome to Block 6 of the Cultivation Jam live stream. I'm your host Shibanya, and just for everybody who might just be joining to see their game be played, why don't y'all introduce yourselves real quick going down the line.
I'm approaching Infinity. I'm a game dev and returning judge.
I'm Dieting Hippo,
Go ahead.
I'm Dieting Hippo, and I also do games dev stuff, and I also talk a bunch.
I'm Hempuli. I'm a game developer, and I game development stuff. Ow.
Game development stuff. We don't allow that around here. That's forbidden.
Only game development things.
Yeah, not stuff. Never the stuff. Anyway, this hour, I have a feeling it's going to be longer than an hour. This block is where we're going to play a bunch of the PDF games, tabletop games that were submitted. The stuff that we felt like probably merited a bit more time than the 10 minutes roughly that they could be given. So the first game we're going to play is Bloodshed and Cultivation. Cultivation Bloodshed. It's a little hard to tell from the PDF says Bloodshed and Cultivation, but the file name says Cultivation Bloodshed, so I don't know. So let me bring up what we've got here. We've taken the time to make some characters ahead of time, and Dieting Hippo is going to be our GM on campaign. So thanks for volunteering for that. And actually, Hempuli was just wrapping up creating a character here, so that might be a good opportunity for us to explain what we're up to. In the meantime, let me bring all of our little components up on stream. I actually recommend if folks are following along on stream, it's probably going to be easier for y'all if you go and download the PDF yourselves, because it's a bit text dense. So maybe a little tricky for you to read it as I've got it on stream. Let me see if I can find a link to share with y'all. Just download. It's a one-page PDF, so not too much to download. Oh, thank you so much, DH, for posting that in the chat.
Oh yeah.
So in that case, I'm probably gonna take that down off the stream for now, so that we can give more screen real estate to our lovely characters.
Speaking of which, let's check out our characters so far. We have a human artificer named Butts, perfectly in harmony between Bloodshed and Cultivation. We've got a gnome artificer called Binkley, also perfectly balanced, as all things should be. And then we've got a Boba, a bit more towards Cultivation, and is a halfling tamer. Do you all want to introduce your character's motivations?
Oh yes, that's right. So yeah, we all had to come
Sure.
up with motivations for our characters. So my character is a human artificer, so I imagine they're very handy and into building cute little contraptions and objects. And they want to build a really cool, advanced dragon fleet city. Probably some kind of steampunk thing. They're a bit of a dork that way. That's what my character's up to.
Binkley is a gnome artificer who works the farms on the dragon. His inheritance from his family is a set of cursed farm tools, and so he spent his life learning to make machines that can do the farming instead, so that he doesn't have to use the cursed tools.
Ooh, that's
But
good.
he keeps them around because they have sentimental value.
That's a good backstory.
My character is a halfling tamer who specializes or has like a farming background and loves the nature and believes that it's possible to find like a peaceful, pacifistic martial arts form based in gardening, and dreams of opening up a dojo for teaching this pacifistic martial arts gardening style.
Do you say it's a defense-focused martial art? Are we back? I think we're back. Are we back, baby?
Oh, yeah.
OBS is giving me the green light, so I'm assuming we're back. Don't know how.
I'm still seeing the spinning circle on the.
There's latency
stream
on
page.
Twitch, though.
Oh, we're gonna know we're back.
We're back. We're back, baby. All right. So now that we've made our characters, we need to work together to create a dragon. Because in the setting of Bloodshed and Cultivation, or Cultivation and Bloodshed, depending on if you look at the file name or not, in this setting, we build cities on the backs of dragons. Which is very evocative.
Dragons are very, very large.
Very big.
I think the scientific term is large with an O.
Big.
Chunky boys.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
big with like 2 E's is also acceptable.
Biggie.
The first thing we're going to be doing is, as a group, we're going to be picking dragon strengths. So we have 2 to pick from. Those are strong wings, fertile fields, self-contained weather system, thick scales, and symbiotic protectors.
So we're not the symbiotic protectors.
It may have symbiotic protectors on itself, like those little fish that latch onto sharks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah, I see this as being
Please,
sort of
that-
a...
keep it safe.
The self-contained weather sounds really handy.
yeah.
I like the
Can be used for defense and for farming.
It's like a Skies of Arcadia-esque setting where you got things just like living in the
Yeah.
air.
Personal climate sounds cool to me. I'd like to go with that.
Yeah, I'm down with self-contained weather system. That sounds cool. I don't know who's typing it down.
The second one, I would vote large farm space because I'm the peaceful farmer character.
Yeah, same.
Sure.
I think we all went with like farmery backgrounds there.
All right, there we
Yeah.
go. And now we pick one dragon weakness. Pick one problem that the dragon has. So everybody collaboratively decide how you want your dragon to suck. We have always hungry, always wants to eat. Stubborn, weak, cannot support a large colony and still fly. Loud, roars occasionally when flying. Aggressive, and sleepy.
Sleepy, absolutely sleepy.
Yep. Now, what would happen if it falls asleep? Is it going to fall out of the sky, or is it just?
Maybe the dragons can kind of like sleep fly. That
Yeah.
would totally make sense for.
Just wakes up whenever needed.
Could it ever like touch down to the surface? Because I see the world has been ravished by the devastation wrought in the global scale war, but I don't know if that means we can't touch down.
Maybe the dragon can like fly so fast that even if it falls asleep, it will kind of be in orbit. So
I drew a comparison to the game Xenoblade 2, where everything takes place on the backs of Titans and the surface of the planet is inhospitable.
Yeah, and it's like a cloud ocean separating the upper world from that.
So yeah, I'm assuming this is a similar thing where nobody goes to the surface.
So maybe it's like I don't know, the way whales sleep. Like it can still kind of fly if it's sleepy, but it means we can't make it do anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So we going with sleepy?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
So what are we calling our dragon?
I vote for Kiki.
How about
Never.
we should make it KK to tie on our Baba things?
But I went for Boba, not Baba. So it's a legally distinct.
Oh, I
character.
see. I mean, you wouldn't
Legally
gotta get
distinct.
you wouldn't want to get sued by Hempuli. That would be terrible.
Yeah,
Oh.
that would be.
What if it's
Cease and desist coming.
Kiki with 2 E's on each E?
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, I'm not voting very hard for this, but if no one else objects, then sure, let's go with it.
I like
Hey,
it.
there we go.
All right.
Okay.
We have our dragon Kiki. The dragon's very large and has its own weather system. You could be in town on the upper back and it's raining, and meanwhile it's full sunshine down on the lower back where the fields flower. Speaking of which, they are in full bloom. It's a full harvest this time of year. Of course, the dragon doesn't know that. It's mostly sleep flying the entire time. However, it has graciously allowed your town to survive on its back.
Does the dragon even know we are here?
It's aware.
Okay.
It wakes up. Maybe it says hi, and then heads right back to sleep.
Oh, yeah. Living the best life.
Now,
what does the dragon eat when it wakes up? Does it eat the crops that we're growing?
yeah, it eats whatever. It's a dragon.
Maybe it just like eats things out of the sky, other flying critters.
There's like sky krill. Just a whale, basically.
Yeah.
Now, the last step of starting this campaign is picking a scenario, and I've actually picked one out ahead of time,
Awesome.
fleshed it out a bit,
Yeah, thank
so we
you.
have at least a little bit of structure before it goes fully off the rails. You three are all part of the town council, and currently there is an election for the town mayor. It's between the current town mayor and a newcomer from another dragon town. You're currently at the campaign event for the current mayor. He's telling everyone how well the crops have been growing lately, and it's all been thanks to him and the council's efforts. When all of a sudden, the dragon shifts. Everybody feels it. You can hear a groan coming from the ground. Everybody is suddenly thrown from their feet. Go ahead and roll a bloodshed check.
Ooh, who's
Dragon
rolling?
Quake.
Are we all rolling?
Oh, Dragon
Yep,
Quake. I
all
like
three
that
of you.
term a
Roll a
lot.
d8.
All right. So let me bring up Google and its dice rolling. Need to roll a d8. Oh yeah, I guess we all roll a check. I'll bring mine
Yeah.
up on
Do we
screen.
want to do that on stream?
I will at least do mine.
I am going to trust everybody here.
Okay. I totally rolled an 8.
Oh, don't do a display.
Hopefully
capture.
8 is good.
For bloodshed, that is very good. You want to hit above your harmony for bloodshed. If you're doing a cultivation check, you want to hit below that.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 6.
I rolled
Okay,
a
good.
5.
Ah, good. The three of you are up on stage with the mayor during the campaign event in the town square when the shift occurs. To a dragon, shifting is not that much, but to everybody on its back, it's a monumental event similar to an earthquake. Binkley and Boba both managed to keep their footing pretty well. Butts stumbles forward a little bit, but keeps footing. The rest of the crowd, not so much. The townspeople are all thrown from their feet onto the ground. The dragon quake subsides as everybody wonders what's going on. The mayor comes up to you three and says, "Hey, look, we've actually been having this problem for a little while, but not to this extent. The dragon has been groaning for a little bit, and it's been saying stuff like, 'Oh, it hurts.' But we really haven't seen anything bad until today. Can you perhaps go investigate and see what the problem is with the dragon?"
How come we on the council?
Absolutely.
Of course.
How come we on the council don't already know about this?
Well, it seems like the mayor's been keeping it a little secret.
So I guess the
It
mayor.
is campaign time after all. You want to make sure everything's going just fine.
Does the mayor have special
Maybe
dragon
the-
talking privileges? Is that actually one of their skills?
So anybody, if they wish, may go and commune with the dragon up top. However, recently the road has been under repair.
Because I did see that.
Are we going to need an interpreter?
It looks like
I did see that in the character sheet, one of the things you could pick was the ability to talk to the dragons.
it looks like anybody can try, but if you pick Dragonkin, it's not a risk. You don't have to roll to do it.
Yeah.
Dragonkin means you're going to be able to absolutely understand anything it says, even if it's in riddles.
Oh.
At least that's how I'm interpreting it. There's going to be a lot of interpretation of these rules, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, that works for me. I see.
I think my Boba would be scared for the future of the crops and be like, yeah, we absolutely need to get to the bottom of this. If we get too many dragon quakes, it's going to be disaster for the farmland. So maybe we should go. Is any one of you good at talking with the dragon? We halflings are some trouble kind of looking into the eyes of the dragon.
Well, I think.
I never really did well in dragon speech classes.
Yeah, no, don't speak any. No, parlez-vous the Francais dragon.
That's all right. We'll communicate via vibes.
Yeah, let's go
Okay,
vibe
we'll
with the
try our
dragon.
best.
Just vibing.
And hopefully
Yeah.
not vibrations.
So I guess
Let's
we're
go.
going to try to start heading towards the blocked off road.
Right on. So, right now, just to give a general overview of the world of the dragon. The town you're currently in is named after the dragon. It's Kiki Town. It is located on the upper back of the Dragon Kiki and contains the town square, shops, and town residences. To the south of the dragon is the lower back and has farms and workshops. So if you need to craft anything or perhaps do some cultivation, that's going to be your best bet. Over on the left wing is the town barracks. There's a nominal defense force. Not really needed too much in today's day and age, but is there in case the need ever arises. Over on the dragon's right shoulder is the library, where you can look up any text that you may need. On the right wing itself is a cargo platform and is usually used to trade with other dragons. This is usually done via dropping cargo down from one dragon to another. And then north on the head, with about a half day's trip on the neck, is the head of the dragon, where you can have communion with it.
Are there folks whose job it is to like live up there with the like within communication distance of the dragon?
There are, I believe, 2 watchmen on the route, but otherwise there's nobody stationed at the dragon's head. The dragon's pretty sleepy most of the time and is fine by itself.
I would think that before we'd want to make a commitment to travel up to see the dragon, we should try to talk to those guys.
I think I would be going directly to the dragon as kind of like I'm nervous about this, but if you insist, sure, let's go talk to those people first.
I do have scrying supplies, so it's possible, and also Binkley also has scrying supplies, so we may be able to split up.
Okay,
I have scrying supplies.
Oh, we all have cell phones, so
We've all played tabletop RPGs and know how broken it is to be able to communicate at once.
Yeah, but mine are cursed, so.
Oh, see, mine are
now,
merely malfunctioning.
Ours are malfunctioning. That's fine.
Now, because of the size of the dragon, it's about a half day's trip from each location to another. But you can cut that in half if you have a horse.
Does the mecha suit count?
The mecha suit will help you out with manual labor, not so much with travel. Unless you can maybe convince me that you installed some jet thrusters in it or something.
Are we close enough to?
We are a pack of artificers.
Well, but if I could do that, then I'd leave everybody behind. So
That's true.
yeah. I think
Let's see.
if it's not going to add too much time to our travel, then I would like to stop at my workshop and attempt to install like something for moving quickly. But if
his achieve with Scry Engine 3 says Nylas. Yeah, well, perhaps Binkley and Butts know each other because they work in the same workshop. Maybe they apprenticed under the same master or something. So maybe we want to go back to our workshop and make some improvements to the mecha suits.
All right, you all head.
That's a good idea.
You all head on foot down to the lower back of Kiki the Dragon. Here are large fields swimming with wheat, carrots, and all other kinds of crops. Scattered throughout the fields are small pockets of towns that have workshops, one of which belonging to Binkley and Bubba.
Oh,
You arrive there
course.
after a half day's travel. I'm going to assume, because this is both your workshops, you know where everything is here. So I will let you go ahead and use any of the tools that you need.
Yeah. Time to get to work. Should we do this as like one
Well-
check, or maybe a check with an assist check? I saw there was
Because
something
we're
about that.
I'm gonna say-
artificers, that shouldn't be risky, so we shouldn't need a check, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'm just a tamer. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah, but you're
Yeah,
not.
if Hempuli wishes to craft something, that will require a check. I would say approach infinity. If you're crafting something mechanical or making a modification to your current mech suit, it won't require a check.
Okay.
So-
I'll just like help yourselves. I'm like I don't need to do anything right now. I'll just
Yeah.
make
About
it myself if need be.
Yeah, about this workshop is a bunch of metalworking tools and woodworking tools. So if you can think of anything else you might need to use here, that's all available for use.
Let's see. So you're in the workshop of Butts and Binkley. I wonder. Maybe we can take a check to take a curse off of Boba's scrying supplies.
Yeah. Good idea.
I can tell you where anything is if you need it. So
'Cause,
I'm going to say
go hog wild.
taking a curse off of a item is going to be risky, so that's
Mhm.
going to need a roll for
All right.
cultivation.
all right, let's do it.
I'll do the assist for that. Which
Actually, I
think-
wonder if maybe you should roll and I should do the assist, because since I'm a human, I can re-roll the assist if it's not a roll that we like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Also, I think if it counts as you having expertise in the situation, you also get an additional die.
I think it would say it probably
Okay.
does.
So I'm
Yeah.
going to say that's 3 dies if you have expertise and you're getting assistance. So that adds 2 dice. So 3d8, and the more successes, you want to hit. Right, for cultivation, you want to hit above your harmony.
Above, you said it was below before.
It's below
yeah,
for
but
combat.
I actually messed up on the very first thing for bloodshed,
Oh.
where you actually want to hit below your harmony for bloodshed.
Okay.
But I'm the DM and I say what goes, so that's perfectly fine.
All right. Nice.
All
So then I'm rolling.
guess
I'm gonna roll 4 die. You said.
You're rolling 3d8.
Okay.
Am I not rolling one for assist? Or is that one of the ones he's rolling is the one I'm letting him?
You just saying you're assisting adds an extra die to his roll.
I am assisting. Butts is assisting Binkley in
All right,
removing the
I've got-
curse
I rolled
from
a
Boba's
4, a
scrying
5, and a
supplies.
6.
4, 5, and a 6. Those are all successes.
Nice.
Also,
So I will say the curse on Boba's scrying supplies has been removed successfully.
sweet.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, and I suppose
Thank you,
since
friends.
you got a 4, that's you get the exact number of your attribute, which means you have a clear idea of the problem and know what steps to take to solve it. Awesome. So yes, no longer cursed. Your cell phone is now perfectly repaired. We fixed the screen.
Right.
Awesome.
Or it's just have bad
Uh,
signal, but that's okay.
Do we need to fix anything more, or is this
I
all,
want
all we
to
need?
add. So if we don't need to roll to increase the speed of the mecha suits, can I do a check to add a passenger seat to the mecha suit, like a motorcycle, like one of those little passenger things? Because otherwise we'd have to leave Boa behind.
You know what?
we all have mech suits, don't we? We all have mech suits.
Yeah,
Never
we
mind.
do.
Oh, everybody does. How about that?
Make a note of speed increase on mine.
Now, keep in mind, you did get a success there, but you haven't gotten a failure yet. Having 3 rolls is pretty good for repairing stuff. But
Yeah,
I can only imagine
go.
what's going to happen when you do roll for modifications for your mech suits and something happens.
Yeah. I'll stick with
Well-
just speed increases for now. Then.
Okay.
Well,
Life
since,
wouldn't be fun without some surprises.
well, would I say, since we're both using our artificer background, that perhaps I also made the same modification?
Actually, you know what? Because you're both artificers, I'm going to say you can actually do this modification with no problems.
Sweet.
Nice.
If you want to do further modifications, I'm going to require rolls because now you're just hot rodding it.
Yeah, okay. We got our passenger seats and our speed increase, so now we're ready to go.
All right, to the dragon.
All right.
Yeah.
So you all travel north back up to town on the upper back. Your travel time is only a couple hours now, thanks to your speed increases. Think like you know those mechs in Mega Man X when you dash with them.
No.
Yeah.
But
Oh, just kind of sliding along the ground with your jet boosters firing behind.
sweet.
Sadly, no punchy arms, but
Sad.
more
Sadly not.
modifications required for those.
You all arrive at town. I'm guessing you want to head further north, or do you want to make any other stops before you head on?
Are those
I think
guys who guard the way? Are
I
they?
I would want to go directly there.
You want to go directly there? So those watchmen are going to be on the path to the head up north.
Are those the only guys who ever have that job? Do they ever get relieved by anybody else?
That's their only job up there.
So, like, if one of them gets sick, nobody else comes up to watch the path?
Oh, there's another guy there.
Well, like, so if both of them get sick, nobody else goes to guard the path.
Yeah, I would say that.
Okay, so there are no other guards for that.
Correct.
And so they, okay, well, let's go talk to those guys first.
All right. You all continue past town in your mechs, zipping by as the town just is unaware of your passing in your cool-ass mech suits. As you head north,
Very nice.
you come across a checkpoint. It's a small little shack with a wooden beam heading out. There is one guard inside the shack. You don't see a second, though.
So I think we'd want to introduce ourselves as being on the city council and acting on behalf of the mayor. And then I'd probably want to ask them if they've heard anything unusual lately coming from the dragon. Wonder if we got a...
Is that a direct question?
is that something we need to roll a skill check for, or is that something that character would answer freely?
I don't. So in the rules, I don't see anything about rolling for conversation. So feel free to ask, let's say in character, anything to the guard.
Yeah, if you...
Just having a nice little chat.
Yeah, we're introducing ourselves as city council people off on a mission of mercy. And yes...
Oh, the city council. Oh, great to see you all up this way. You all
Oh,
on your
yeah.
way to see the dragon?
That's right, that's right.
Yes.
So...
We've been sent by the mayor to investigate or to see what's going on with the dragon. It seems like it may have been having some problems recently.
Want to help.
Unfortunately, the road ahead has been busted up for quite a bit on the mayor's orders. Nobody's been allowed past.
Oh, you said the road's been
Mayor's
busted on the
orders,
mayor's
you say?
orders. Could you tell us a little more about that?
Oh, all I can tell you is he came by when my partner was here working and just said, "Don't let anyone pass. The road ahead is busted." It's kind of weird too. He never went up the road.
Hmm. Have you seen what the damage was like? What does it look like?
Oh no, I haven't seen any of the damage. This is where my post is.
So how often does the mayor come to go chat with the dragon?
Oh, not very often. It's very lonely here.
What was the last time you saw the mayor come by?
Oh, I'd say about a month ago.
Curious.
About the time the campaign season started too.
Thank you very much for this information. I think
Where's
this could be very helpful for us.
Where's your
maybe
partner?
we should.
Oh, he was out sick.
How long's he been out sick?
Oh, just 2 days.
Oh, just 2 days?
When
He ate a bad potato.
Oh, you never
when
wanna
did
have
he
bad
last
potato.
give you flowers?
Oh, nobody gives me flowers.
I see.
Well, we're well equipped to travel the road, even if it is a bit rough. So I think we'll
Yeah, let's
Should be on our way.
press
Let's just
on.
go.
Thanks very much.
The mayor did say not to let anyone pass.
Oh, well, the mayor told me that I could pass, and they're with me, so we're going to pass.
Oh, all right, if the mayor said so then.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Well, you three be on your way then.
Yep, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
There we go.
You too.
Sid, we
Let's
go on.
like speed away on the
Having had a nice little idle chat with the guard, you all continue up the road and don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. It's a nice, smooth path up to the head. After about an hour of jetting down the path, you arrive at the top of the dragon's head.
Hmm.
You look left and right. All you can see is a scenic vista. And of course, the dragon's large head.
Hmm.
You all have communed with the dragon at least once or twice in the past, so you're aware that despite its size, it can speak at a low enough volume to not blow out your eardrums.
Well, I know none of us are dragonkin, but maybe we can ask Boba to ask the dragon how it's been lately. Boba being a tamer might make it a little make Boba a little better at chatting with dragons.
That's
I
reasonable.
think you only need to kind of give a hint of this, and Boba is already kind of looking the dragon directly in the eye, and
I will say it'll be a bit tough to look the dragon directly in the eye, as you're on top of its head, and its head is massive.
okay, well, I look the dragon directly into its forehead and from above, and it's like, "Hello, dear dragon. How are you doing?"
Kiki the dragon doesn't react. It appears to be asleep.
I think we might have to.
That's hardly a surprise. Do you have any way to wake the dragon up?
That seems like we got to roll
Waking the
for
dragon
it.
up. Waking the dragon up is a common occurrence for anyone that needs to seek communion. But all you do is you just need to get its attention. Feel free to come up with a way to do that.
I'm going to honk the horn on my on my mecha suit. It's got one of those like kind of.
Because this is a violent action, I'm going to have you take a bloodshed roll, which that is going to be you need to roll lower than a 4.
Alright, rolling a
Lower or
D8.
No.
equal to.
Wait.
Rolling a D8.
Yeah.
Now wait.
Oh yeah. Oh. And he's gonna have another die because I'm gonna help him.
All right,
honk the horn.
we've got 2 horns blaring. Do I hear a third?
I rolled a 6 and a 4.
6 and a 4.
Yep.
So one of those is a 4, which is exactly.
One of those is 4, which is right on the dot.
Whew.
I'm going to make a quick roll.
Wakes up and all in a rage and stuff.
No, but right on the dot means you get an
Bing-
exact number of your attribute, which means you have a clear idea of the problem and know what steps to take to solve it.
Binkley starts to hit the horn, but it comes out as a. However, immediately after, Butts's horns start blaring at a super loud volume. Just a honk,
That's good.
and then you hear it. The ground shakes a little bit. And to your left and right, you can see 2 domes out in the distance slowly have the ground part. And 2 large, glassy eyes now appear to you. And you hear from the dragon. Yeah? What's up?
I guess. Hey,
So,
hey, man. What's up with you?
Hello, dragon. How are you doing today?
Oh, in a bit of pain.
Oh yeah, what's wrong?
What? Why? Are you hurt
Anything
yourself?
we can do to help you?
I feel stings.
Ooh.
I feel stings on my wings.
Things on your wings, both wings, or
Stings
One
on the
wing.
wings is what I'm feeling.
that's
Well, he is using the
Sad.
plural.
Who's
How many wings does this dragon have?
It's just two, the left wing and the right wing.
Okay.
Who's been up to
No R wing.
Who's been up to say hi lately?
Nobody's visited me except for the mayor about a month ago.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Huh.
Y'all are pals, right?
Oh, the mayor just came by to say that everything would be all right, but it hasn't gotten better. I still have the stings.
Huh.
Ah,
So what did the mayor say about everything being all right? Did you know what he meant at the time?
No, but I trust the mayor. I trust your town.
Mm.
I let you on my back for so long.
Mm. Yeah, I wonder. It would be pretty scary. So what do you think you'd do if you didn't have the mayor to come by to say it was all right?
Oh, anybody would be fine. I trust you, townsfolk.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Stings on the wings.
How far on your wings would you say the stings are? Tips near the base.
Toward the front. Right at the top.
Curious.
Are they stings on the inside or on the outside?
On the outside, they sting.
Mm. Is it like a
Makes sense. Makes
burn
sense.
sting?
I wonder
or
if
like
something.
a icy sting?
They sting.
Mm. Gotcha.
I think we should go investigate this thing.
The sting thing?
The sting thing.
Yeah.
Sting.
Who was the last person you talked to before the mayor?
Mayor.
Oh, there was this nice lady that came in from out of town.
Oh yeah.
She told me that everything would be all right. But I haven't seen much of her after that.
So she told you that too. Did you
How
know?
long has it been stinging?
Oh, well, shortly before she came to visit.
Okay.
So she and the mayor both told you everything was going to be all right.
Yeah, she did say that once she's mayor, she'd be able to help me out.
Oh, I see. So it sounds like you're visited by the mayor and the person who is also competing with them for the mayoral campaign. That's interesting to know. Anybody before that person?
I'm afraid I can't remember back that far.
I see. Well, thanks very much. We'll try to figure out this stinging stuff.
You're welcome.
We'll definitely help you if we can.
I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
Okay, thank you.
Night.
All right.
So after inventing 5 voices for that dragon, you all now have your own free reign to go wherever you feel you might need to.
Yes.
Persons of interest, I'm going to say, are in the town square if you need to visit them.
I see. Yes.
I think Boba would want to hurry into just pick one of the wings. Maybe they're for some reason Boba is getting a hunch that it could be what is called the export import wing that could be the culprit, and just go investigate. Boba is a hasty halfling.
Well, we got our scrying supplies, so I think Butts is fine with Boba running off to the wings. In fact, Boba as a animal tamer would be best able to diagnose the possible health issue, some sort of fancy veterinarian type. But Butts, let's see, I find this very suspicious. It sounds like the mayor and the rival candidate are in cahoots. They both knew something was up with the dragon. That seems very suspicious.
Try to keep it under wraps.
So I want to try shadowing one or both of them to see what they're up to and what they're doing.
I can take the other wing, travel out there, and just see if anything looks suspicious about it.
All right, so we got Boba going to one wing, Binkley going to another wing, and
We've all got
Let's see.
our cell phone rocks.
yeah.
Would you all like to travel down to town first, and then from there?
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm definitely going into town, so we're going to travel down to town.
All right.
A small out of character thing. Boba's mech suit's pizza making machine is dinging. So because I had a kind of a silly day schedule, I unfortunately need to go quickly do some things in real life. So Boba will be preoccupied on the travel back.
All right.
Yeah.
You don't mind.
The mech suit is on autopilot.
All right.
Yeah, so
It'll
I will
follow
be-
everyone else's.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I'll be back in a moment.
I see. So we're getting in a political snarl. It's exciting.
Something is up.
I wonder if now, actually, since Hempuli is departing, if that might be a good time to stick a pin in this to come back to later and have a look at another one of the games on our block, since we are 3:25, so we've been about a half hour in.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to finish that campaign. I'm very
definitely.
invested in it.
Yeah, I honestly impressed at how well everybody's actually stayed on the track.
Yeah, I've definitely. It's funny. I was playing Mouse Guard with some folks, and someone had designed. Mouse Guard's a game, if you're not familiar with it, about like being in a Mouse Guard, being a mouse part of a mouse sort of peacekeeping organization, and he came up with this super elaborate political plot of we come into this new town and see that there are these rival political factions, and we all decided, all of us players, we don't know enough about this situation. Let's just leave. It's none of our business. And I like ruined is he tried to make us not leave, but we scrolled out of it. Oh well, best laid plans and mice and men and all that. I'm gonna pull up. Let's see.
I've had entire sessions of D&D become all about like an NPC that was supposed to be a total throwaway. Like talk to them for a minute. They're having to invent a side quest on the spot because the players were convinced that the NPC was really important.
I want to look at Museum Mice Mixup. So in this game, which I described on stream the other day, you are playing mouse historians who work in a mouse museum after the extinction of humanity. And we have lists of relics to find. And so everybody grabs a different list. So I'll just kind of like randomly distribute these, I guess, in the Judge Guest channel. Don't look at the other lists. Don't look at the one you don't pick. I guess DH, pick the first one I'm posting. And
Okay, I've got needed relics number 1.
all right. And yeah, Approaching Infinity, grab the second one. I should probably edit these to mark these spoilers. Or once y'all grab them, download it. I'll delete the images so you aren't tempted to check.
Okay, I'm done.
All right.
I've got mine.
Cool. Let me take these down. And I'll grab one myself. I know what I'll do. I'll put mine on stream so y'all don't look at the Twitch stream. Nobody tell them what mine is going to be. So let's see. We got our relic lists. And we're going to take turns describing the objects on the card to the other mouse. Or I guess mice in this case. Remember that you're a mouse and you don't know the names of these items. Describe the shape, size, smell, taste, or what humans might have used it for to make sure your partner got it. Once you think you've got your relic, hold on to it and move on to the next one, so on and so forth. It looks like there's not too much of an aspect of like they just have to guess it, although I suppose they can. So it doesn't seem like there's a win-lose state. It's just sort of a collective storytelling exercise. So I guess we can just take turns. I'm going to pull this up on stream for everybody to look at.
Yeah, now seeing this in action, it's a conceptual Pictionary.
Yeah, seems kind of cute. I'm gonna capture my relic.
I also
list.
want to throw a added bonus to some of the objects having descriptions already listed on them. So in case you're having some trouble, you can get a nice little head start on them.
Yeah, it's nice. Hang on, I'm having trouble grabbing the image. There we go. Microsoft.photos.exe does not want to get captured. Fine. I'll just do a little display capture. or something. I tell you, OBS. Yep. Hang tight. I'm gonna put it on stream. I really will. I mean, it'd just be. We're just gonna do display capture. Yep. Sorry, everybody. Thank you for your patience. Okay. So my relic list is on the stream. So let's see. We'll take some turns. Maybe I'll go first, describing my first item. It's made out of wood. Very pale, lightweight wood. It's got 2 parts to it. And they're carved out of wood, and they're the same shape, but they're reflected. So they're pressed together. Each one oriented in the opposite way of the other. And they're held together by a coil of metal. And
looking around trying to find them. I think I found them.
And what's interesting about this coil of metal is it's got some give, because if I try to press these 2 wooden stick-like objects together on one side, where they're pressed together on the other, they open up like jaws.
Boba is back from.
Quick update for Boba. The campaign has been pinned. We'll probably return to that later.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Hempily, I'm going to give you a relic list. We're going to take turns describing relics to each other.
Is whoever guesses it the one that gets like a point, or just it gets guessed?
Hempily, the spoiler I posted in the guest chat, that is your relic list. It doesn't seem to specifically have a rule scorekeeping, so I'm guessing we don't necessarily need to keep score. It's probably just the fun of, like, let's see if we can guess what it is. Oops.
Well, my little rat guy went around and happened to find a clothespin. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, nice.
We learned the name of this ancient relic. It is clothespin. So let's see. If we went wrapped around alphabetically, then it would be approaching Infinity's turn.
All right. Okay. Does it matter which one of the items we start with?
I think it doesn't matter. I personally started in like the top left, but I don't think it matters.
Okay. All right. So I've heard of this object. It's round and small enough to fit in your mouth, but it's not food.
Well, like rat mouth?
Yes, yeah, rat mouth. I guess I'm not. Are we supposed to be mice or rats?
We're mice.
Mice.
So they come in many colors, or in a few different colors. Some of them are big, some of them are little. Some of them fit in your mouth, and some of them don't.
Have they got a hole in them?
They don't have holes. Sometimes they're a little bent, or have junk on them, but mostly there's nothing edible on them at all. I'm trying to think of clues that don't just instantly give it away. But
so you said they're round. Are they spherical?
Not spherical, just round. Round like circles.
Wait,
I don't know if mice.
Just to check that I'm not completely kind of misunderstanding. We moved on from Bloodshed and Cultivation.
Yeah, yes. I didn't realize you were going to come back. Also, we'd spent like 30 minutes on it, so I wanted to move on to check out some of these other games. But we'll try to return to that game when we have time. Bloodshed and Cultivation. I'm
okay, yeah.
Very invested in this plot about the dragon. I want to come back to it, but I want to look at these other games too while we have time.
I was just surprised after suddenly the Dragon Quest required these relics, and we were suddenly mice.
Yeah, we failed a skill check, and we all turned into mice. Anyway.
Well, that would be completely fine, yeah.
It was a bad Bloodshed roll, let me tell you.
Let's see. So, are the relic you found made out of metal?
Yes. That actually, I don't know if as mice we would know about metal, but I suppose we. I mean, yeah, we'd sort of know that.
I mean, we've got a museum.
It tastes strange if you lick it.
We have a museum exhibit. So
not
I
like
think
wood. You can't chew through it really.
I think basic concepts like metal are fine for describing.
Yeah, and one of these illustrated mice is wearing glasses, so I reckon they figured out metal and they know what glass is.
Their technology level is rather high.
Yeah, one of them is wearing a headset with microphone. So yes, I believe Mouse Civilization knows of metal.
Okay.
I think the idea is these.
Metal,
Yeah.
they've got human faces carved into them.
Oh, it sounds like I've heard of this artifact in ancient human culture of money. Perhaps you found some human money, some human coins.
Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, nice.
All right, DH, tell us about your artifact.
This artifact that you're looking for, it smells good. It tastes bad.
Mmm.
Don't eat this. It's got a big cap on the top. Kind of rounded. The whole object is kind of wide but thin. And down at the bottom there's this little movie rotatey bit. And it's very round. And our notes are saying that they used to turn this thing so that the top would extend. Need more notes?
So a thing you can turn at the top. It tastes weird.
You can turn it at the bottom to make the top go up.
Is it the object itself that tastes weird, or is there some sort of substance inside of it that tastes weird?
There's a substance inside. It looks like candy. It's not.
Oh, so these are solid objects inside of this.
It's a very squishy on the inside. And on the front there's these inscriptions that the humans made. We can't exactly parse what they say, but it's definitely got a lot of flowers on it.
The stuff inside, does it look like bark and flower petals?
No, it's all kind of they said it's kind of white. Our reports are saying that it just gets all over anything it touches. It smells really good though.
That sounds. I've heard tell of this mysterious substance that the humans call glue. I wonder if this is somehow related.
The records aren't showing glue for that.
Okay.
That glue, our records show it for that. You turn it at the top. This definitely has the turning thing on the bottom.
Maybe it's a glue stick?
Some kind of a...
It smells really good, like flowers.
Some lipstick?
Oh, lipstick's colorful.
I was wondering about like shampoo, or like a bottle of shampoo or something like that.
Well, you don't turn that at the bottom, do you?
If you store it upside down.
Is there a point where we should call it?
Maybe if we're not getting it, if we're totally off the trail.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and call it so we can move on.
Yeah.
It is deodorant.
Oh goodness, I was never gonna get that.
Oh, okay.
We
So
weren't too far off with the shampoo.
Yeah,
Sure.
no.
Yeah,
I was
I-
gonna think like a weird potpourri thing.
Yeah,
like,
I was thinking potpourri, but
or scented
yeah,
like.
that's one of the ones that they actually have notes on the picture that says smells good, tastes bad, do not eat.
all right, we're on a Hempule. Tell us about the relic you found.
right. Relic I found. It was very odd. It was something I don't think I've really seen anywhere else before. Looked. I think the humans use the word mechanical in nature. It was much too complicated for me to understand. But there was some kind of. It was. You could see through it, but there was something inside. Still, which confused me.
Could you see through every part of it, or were some parts opaque and some parts see-through?
Some parts were see-through, some parts were opaque. The mechanical parts were opaque.
What?
Are there any chewy parts of it?
I think it looked like it was made out of material that my mouse if could very easily chew on, but it didn't seem like a very satisfying thing to chew on. Also, it smelled very untasty, so I didn't even try.
So it's not made of cheese.
It's not made of cheese, unfortunately.
Okay.
I did consider the possibility, but
What's the general shape of it?
I would say that it's in shape. It kind of looks like that previous relic, but it's more complicated. It actually, now that I think of it, it actually looks a little bit like a mouse.
Looks like a mouse.
Is it the size?
Not much, but just now that I look at it, I'm kind of seeing a mouse-like shape.
Could it be a clock?
I wouldn't say maybe that it's a clock. Or can I tell that, or should I?
Yeah, you can say no.
To myself.
We can say, well, you know, I've got a image of a clock right here, and it's not that.
I've got a guess. Is it what the humans called a computer mouse?
No. I've seen computer mice before, and to my eyes, computer mice don't really look like mice at all. This looks more like a mouse that is sniffing the air, standing on its hind legs, and it has like a snout. Computer mice don't have snouts.
Did you shake it? Was there anything sloshing around inside?
There is not really sloshing, more like gooping around. I would say I didn't hear a noise, but I did see something moving there.
Could it have been? I've heard of the legendary spray bottle. Could it have been that?
I think I've heard tell of the same legendary artifacts. I don't think this was exactly that, but from my understanding, there's a high similarity.
Interesting.
Maybe this one is a glue ball?
It seemed like from what I've once sniffed glue, no pun intended, and it seems like the mechanical parts of this would jam very easily if it was a glue bottle.
Oh, right. Mechanical bits.
So it's mechanical. It you said it's see-through?
Parts of it are see-through, yeah.
What can you see in there?
I can see there's the kind of clear substance inside that doesn't slosh, but still moves around. there's some kind of a elongated, clear thing going into the substance, and I can see a spring in there as well.
Perhaps it's a soap dispenser?
That is, I'm not really not sure if I should like say that is exactly it. If it's kind of
Yeah, we've been
Yeah,
confirming
go
about
ahead.
it. Yeah.
it's like a pump bottle of disinfectant. So
Oh, I
Nice.
see. Awesome. It's fun
that is really good.
trying to describe these everyday household goods in terms of a far removed anthropologist. That was cool. Awesome.
Hey, I gotta say, the mice keep very good records.
They do. They're quite fastidious. Awesome. It'd be fun to go through more rounds at that, but I want to move on to the next game. We've got this one looks really interesting. It is the garden game.
Wide Awake in the Garden.
Wide Awake in the Garden.
At this point, I'll go quickly take my pizza out of the oven so that it doesn't
Yes,
burn.
please. And I'll bring this up on the stream. This is a game where there's no GM. Well, it looks like people take turns being the GM, more or less, as we move through a series of stages. And ask questions about our character, answer questions about our character. So we're invited to create a character ahead of time. I don't know how many who did. If y'all didn't, I feel like we could probably just wing it.
I think we've mostly got character creation done.
All right.
I'm
I
missing
see.
a tiny amount of details on mine.
I
Otherwise,
see.
yeah.
I'll bring this up on stream as well.
So as part of the character creation, we had to fill out traits,
Mm-hmm.
which is done by selecting 4 household objects around you, and then saying 3 traits that the object has.
Mm-hmm. But you
I'm
don't have to say what it came from.
I'm curious what everybody picked, though.
So it seems that as we go through these rooms, we're going to have to make use of these. And once you use them, you can never use them again. So we'll mark them in the spreadsheet with like a strike through or something like that. Let me see.
Right.
So I'm looking at the Wide Awake in the Garden rules. So we're going to take turns being the first player, as it's called. The first player reads the prompts for that location aloud, and if necessary, makes a choice between prompts. They ask another player at the table to answer the prompt and describe the scene. From there, all players contribute to answering and resolving the prompt using traits and building on each other's ideas. Make records and pass the token to the next player. We'll just move around in a circle or alphabetical as we do. Let's see. After resolving each turn, make a brief note on your character sheet to record what you take away from the experience. This could be a threat, item, or piece of knowledge you acquired, an NPC or creature, a consequence of your actions, etc. Once during the game, at a point of your choosing, each player must choose to resolve a prompt by calling back to something from their records instead of a trait. Let's see. So there's 8 locations here. 10 locations here. So probably we'll just go on down the spreadsheet.
It does suggest using the map, and if you're using that, zooming in on the area that you're at.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if we can get that on the stream.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be great.
All right, it is. Oh, it is on Twitch. I figured since y'all have the PDF, y'all can probably like look on your own machines. But if you can't, let me know, and I can stream it on Discord as well.
Yeah, I think I can just look at.
Yeah, I put the PDF in Discord.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start us off as the first player, the temporary GM. So let's see. Entrance. Oh, so this also suggests listening to a soundtrack named Mort Garrison's 1976 album Mother Earth's Plantasia, but I'm not going to put it on stream because I'm worried about getting a copyright strike.
Yeah, that would probably cause one. Yeah.
But for those following along at home, that is the intended way to play this. let's see. Look
Yeah.
at point 1 on the map. Around the table, take turns noticing something about this location aloud. Once everyone has had a chance to speak, the first player invites another player to answer. So I guess we'll go around noticing something. And I guess since I'm the GM in this round, I'll go first. I notice that there's some things left lying around, like whoever left here expected to come back at some point. I guess we'll go around alphabetical wrapping, so it's Approaching Infinity's turn to notice something else.
Sorry, say that again.
It's your turn. Look at point 1 on the map. Notice something about this location aloud.
The water in that fountain looks awfully dark.
All right.
Is that blood?
It's DH's turn to notice something.
I'm reading the section real quick. What is something not pictured on the map we are surprised to find here?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, we're
First
not there
everybody-
yet. Okay,
first
okay.
everybody notices
Okay. Oh,
something.
sorry. Once everybody has a chance to speak. I have noticed that there is a lot of water on the ground around the hose.
What do you notice, Hempuli?
I'm noticing that there's a whatever you call it in English. What is a birdhouse? A shelf. So
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if there have been some rare birds roosting here at some point. It doesn't seem to be in use right now.
All right. So I'll invite Approaching Infinity to answer. What is something not pictured on the map we are surprised to find here? Does it pose a threat, or does it offer a resource or opportunity?
Strange glowy flowers at the base of all of those larger shrubs.
Does that
They're
pose
very
a,
enticing.
pose a threat or
At
offer
least
a
they
resource
look
or
enticing.
opportunity?
Not to myself, but I would never eat these. But these look like the sort of things plant eaters would love to have.
So I suppose we will all use a trait to do something about this. These fancy glow-in flowers. I've got something. Let's see.
Do our traits get expended when we use them?
Yes, you can only use it once.
Okay.
I've got. I'm trying to think of what would be relevant of the traits I got for my character. Well, you have to tell. You haven't told us yet. Is this a threat or an opportunity?
When you start looking at the glowy flowers, you become extremely tempted to take them.
So it
But
is
to the
a.
point of almost
You're saying it's a
giving
threat.
It's a resource.
And more like looking at them is affecting your mind and making you want to take them.
So you're saying it's a threat.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that gives us a little more direction on what we're meant to do. I'm going to use my trait Kills Pests. I'm going to spray some herbicide at them, apparently. That seems a bit rash. I don't know if I want to do that, but if we're being tempted into eating some poisonous plants that can control our minds.
Keeping the bottle of DDT close at hand.
And again, it can only be used once. What if I... Actually, I've got a different idea. Yes?
Oh, I was going to offer the under pressure trait to make sure that the kills pests is able to fully cover the entire area of the flowers.
Oh yeah, get the Get their roots.
Yeah, like using a weed killer.
Coming in being really, really hostile, but guess we got no choice if they're trying to control our minds. These sentient flowers that we're gonna go see the sentient plants of this garden. So
We're
all
getting
right.
the happening.
All right, so we got him pulling approaching affinity. I'll gotta use one of your traits.
Yep. I kind of I take. I'm trying to. I try to distract myself by kind of giving into the temptation and eating one of the flowers. They look very tasty.
Well, don't erase it. Just do strike
Makes me
through.
feel. Sorry?
Don't erase it. Just put strike through formatting on it.
Okay, yeah. It tastes really strange, not as good as it smelled or looked, or as my mind made me think it would be. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I did learn that looks are not everything.
Okay.
I'm going to take. I have something boxy, and I'm going to pick up a few of them and put them in the box.
All right. So now we need
All
to.
right, save some for later.
Yeah, I was gonna go for that, but then figure if you're gonna support me with under pressure, then we'll go for it. So now we have to make note of something. Something we're taking away from the experience. This could be a threat, an
Do
item,
we
or a
all
piece
get
of
the
knowledge.
same thing or different
No,
things?
I think you can make up what makes sense for your character.
Okay, well, I already did something there, so I learned that looks are not everything. Looks can be deceptive.
My character was going in expecting the sentient plants to be benevolent. Now I've been disabused of that notion that they might be hostile.
Mm-hmm.
Decided not all plants are funny. After this round, do we want to describe our characters a little bit?
Sure. What's your takeaway approaching infinity? It doesn't have to be
My character is I am Brick Meatball. I am a person who who hates eating vegetables, but I do like plants. So I want to open a restaurant staffed entirely by sentient plants that serves only me. These glowy flowers would make great hosts for the restaurant. So and see if I can.
Oh, that's great.
So my character is Butts again. I forgot to write that. And my character comes from a faraway land that is in peril, declining, probably due to ecological disaster, global warming. And I've gone out seeking answers from the sentient plants because I think that their wisdom will solve all my society's problems.
I am John Flower. I woke up at 3 a.m. one night, worried about the fact that if plants can become sentient, that has serious philosophical implications for like how ethical veganism is. So I want to prove that plants cannot become sentient, so that I don't need to.
All the more reason not to eat them, man.
Yeah, I also feel like you should note that you did eat the glowy flower. That might come up later.
Do you hear the
it's
squeeze of the vegetable?
I was tempted by them, so I guess it would be a conflict for myself
In
later.
fact, I'll probably make a note on mine that I've already killed some flowers.
To be fair, they tried to kill us first. That was self-defense.
That's true. That's true.
Well, we don't know that.
Yeah.
They just tempted us to go grab them.
I live in flower Europe, where everyone is innocent until proven guilty.
Oh, that's nice. I have Wheatley Dirtman. Plant told him a funny joke one time, and now he wants to find out what plant humor is like. what kind of jokes do they like?
It's a noble goal.
Yeah, motivation is wants to teach plants the majesty of knock-knock jokes, as they don't understand them.
Awesome.
They can't knock. It's pretty sad.
Oh, that is tragic. All right, so we are moving on to location to. I am loving this art. So I guess approaching infinity, you are now first player for 2 Inside the Dome.
All right. Let's see. One of the prompts below. This lush, humid space is exploding with plant life. Some you recognize and some you don't. Group decides to collect samples of plants from the dome to bring with them on their journey, suspecting they may be useful in the pursuit of plant sentience. Describe complications the characters may encounter. Let's see.
So you gotta pick a different.
Yeah, I
player
have to describe it.
No, but you. Oh yeah, you have to describe the complication. Wait, no, wait.
You have to
You have to invite somebody else. Somebody else
answer.
describes it. You give that prompt to somebody else.
Oh, invites another player to
Yeah,
answer.
you
Okay,
pick the
so-
prompt, but another player answers the prompt.
I see.
That's if you remember previously, I gave you the one to answer.
What's funny is that this is one of those something about that for some reason I feel like it's like easy to mess that up. It's like
Yeah.
could use a. It's like the one time where I'm like maybe this does need a DM. So there could be one person who like is giving out the prompts. But okay, so we'll do. How about let's say John Flower. We're going to collect samples of plants from this dome to bring with us, since you think they may be useful in the pursuit of plant sentience, or in your case, of plant non-sentience. What complications are we encountering from doing that?
Is it okay if I start?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were chosen. You were chosen to
Yeah.
describe the complications.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my complication, conflicted by my previous. Actually, yeah, I'm going to use my previous record right now because we need to do that once at some point. So I'm conflicted by my previous kind of hasty act of eating a flower and finding that the taste was not as good as it led me to believe. And the conflict that I'm facing here, the issue I'm facing here is that I don't want to pick these flowers. I've already done it once by eating the flower, and I'm worried that these plants look surprisingly sentient. I want to pick the one that is most likely to be sentient because it would be the best opportunity to disprove my personal theory that plants can't be sentient. But if I pick it up and it's sentient, then I'm doing it a lot of harm. So I'm conflicted about this.
Which trait will you use to collect?
So we have to use our records ones instead of traits.
Yeah, so
I'm
he's
using my
using-
previous record.
Yeah, he's calling back to the last one.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll use my smooth trait to convince John Flower that he's got nothing to feel guilty about, that it's fine. It's fine if we collect some samples.
Thank you, butts.
Nice.
The smooth butts. Oh no.
Smooth as a baby butt.
Right.
So I guess
I'll go ahead and use my slippery trait to slip the plants right out of the ground. Of course, a couple of them slip onto the floor, but I'm sure they're fine. You know, brush a little dirt off; they'll be good.
I'm going to use kind of the same, but I'm going to use my few feet long trait to use a rope that I had with me and tie a bundle of like more stringy looking plants together to take with me for easy carrying.
I think my takeaway is going to be I've convinced myself that it's ethical to grab these because it's kill or be killed. It's my people over theirs.
That's the kind of world we're in.
I'll say that I'm becoming more convicted in more strong in my conviction that I believe we can live alongside these plants and all eat meat together.
At the restaurant.
Yes.
All right. All right, DH.
Not right now. That would be bad. That would be bad for the restaurant.
You are first player for Greenhouse Rose. Greenhouse Rose.
Oh,
The first player
Oh,
invites
hearing-
another player. Oh, do you
Sorry.
have the PDF?
hearing typing.
Oh, sorry.
Typing. So Greenhouse Rose is mine?
Yeah. Well, you're the first player who gives a prompt to somebody else.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this prompt to Shibanya.
Okay.
As you enter this space, something gives you an important clue about whoever abandoned this place. What is it?
Hmm.
And then let me go ahead and pick one of these prompts for you to resolve. You recognize that whoever abandoned this place is still here in some form, though perhaps changed or transformed in a significant way. How do you think they will react when they learn you are here?
Hmm. All right.
Resolve, spend a trait to prevent the worst from happening.
I see. I see that there is in a chair some ratty old clothes that are filled with seems to be there's like tree branches growing out of them, tree trunk. Clearly been going on for quite some time. Almost as if the person who had inhabited those clothes had turned into some sort of plant or been taken over by some sort of plant, which is a little creepy, a little unnerving, especially because the way they're positioned seems to imply that they may have been in pain. And I think how they would react, well, it may seem that they had underestimated the danger of these sentient plants. If they were here, they would probably not want us to proceed, lest the same fate befall us. I reckon if they'd slowly over the decades or centuries been able to direct their own growth, would have blocked the way. Let's see. How shall we resolve? All right. Spend a trait to prevent the worst from happening.
I'll go ahead and spend a trait. I got an idea.
All right.
I'm going to call back to my last record of slipping a few slippery plants, and I'm going to use the trait of floppy to flop them around at the sentient tree trunk. Hopefully, giving it a lighter mood, so it maybe uproots and moves out of the way.
Mm.
And
I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to use can make many noises. I'm going to use a music box that I have with me to play a little tune for it. Does this need to be accompanied by using one of the records?
no, you can choose to. At some point in the game, you must use a record, but you only have to do it once in the entire game, and you can do it when you choose to.
Okay. In that case, I'm using that. I'm using the very first record for the idea of like the glowy flowers making great hosts. I want to see if the plants can dance.
Let's see. I will use the maybe I shall communicate the plight of the people I've been sent from, hoping that there's still sentience in this, or taking a leap of faith that there's still sentience in this being, using the trait flexible. In fact, convincing them to be flexible in their conviction to get them to willingly clear the path. And this also tempers my previous anger or kill or be killed that perhaps not all the sentient plants might be bad. Perhaps some of them might be victims themselves. So I should not just go all in on being too aggressive.
So my take on this situation is that it definitely seems like the previous owner of this place has kind of become one with the plants. They have maybe they have connected their sentience with the plants or become a plant or something, which seems. And I see you. I see you doing your thing, but while watching it, I'm kind of wondering, can I utilize the same technique? And because I'm worried that I might not be able to, I take out a felt pen from my pocket and draw some flowers on my clothes to look like a flowering plant myself, to placate the plant being that might be living here. And it also makes me slightly relieved to think that maybe this is not a situation where plants are being sentient. Maybe this is a situation where a human has implanted their sentience into non-sentient plants. So I think this kind of not really proves my point, but doesn't kind of disprove my point either. I feel hopeful.
I've got a mental picture of wearing one of those spy masks from TF2, except it's just got a flower drawn on the front of it.
Yeah.
I'm a flower.
Have we all spoken on this?
I believe so.
All right.
Yep. Everybody got their records down?
No,
I'm
approaching
still
infinity is yet
writing.
to write
Okay,
them down,
there we
and
go.
hopefully still writing. But all right. So I believe Hempuli is the next first player, and this is confusing because the first player chooses somebody else to do the prompt. The first player. So we are at 4. Grotto.
Yeah. Okay. So
I don't think I've answered a prompt.
Yeah, somebody should choose DH. It's interesting. I think it would make more sense if we just like took turns answering prompts, but oh well.
Yeah, I think okay. Well, I'll ask you about this, but first I need to decide which one.
I need to take a really quick bathroom break.
All right.
Okay.
Was that dieting hippo or no? It's
Yeah. Go ahead and
Ask
throw
DH
me
a
a
prompt.
just
Yeah.
I didn't recognize your voices yet, so I wasn't sure if that was approaching infinity or you who left for bathroom. Okay, so right. So when I ask this prompt, I don't choose anything myself. I just read it out loud, right?
Yeah, you pick one of the 2 prompts to give to DH.
yeah, the
A
bulk.
friendly creature, human, plant, or animal, presents themselves to you. They offer you information, but it becomes clear they are looking for something in return. What is the information and what is the trade-off? Will you assist?
What is the information that they're offering?
Spend a trait to nurture, help, or divert the creature or being. Record a likely consequence.
So first, to answer the prompt, they are offering the secrets of.
Who are they?
It is a let's say a humanimal, a hybrid.
Nice.
And they're offering the secrets of plant sentience. Not just whether they are or not, but more metaphysical concepts like, do they know knock-knock jokes? But they require some extra test samples for their laboratory. Will we help acquire those? So now we move on to the resolve.
Yeah. Well, I've got the trait for grabbing, so I'll say, well, I came here to grab things, so it's grabbing more things for somebody, right?
Yeah, that works.
So
Are we doing the friendly creature?
I convinced
human
them. I convinced the human animal that to trust me. That yes, I will grab some things to bring them.
Cool. I will use able to clip onto things to clip one of the slippery plants onto their shirt. Their humanimal shirt.
As you do.
Did they look? Does this humanimal look vaguely plant-esque, or is it mostly like a human animal?
Mostly a humanimal.
Mm.
Like a pig bear man.
Well, what shall we do? What shall one of us do?
Well, I think we're waiting on approaching infinity and
Yeah,
you.
I will try to use. I have a compact, and I will pull out a laser pointer and see if I can distract the humanimal with it. Away.
Is like a cat humanimal.
Just kind of, oh yeah, I can get you a sample. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that.
I ponder if the humanimal might be part slug or some or like a amphibian, and I make myself look. I tell very dry jokes. I try to look very dry, so to kind of scare them off, because if they came to talk to me and I was too dry, they might like die or something.
Maybe your dry.
I feel slightly bad about this, but it feels necessary.
Fun. This is another one. These are so compelling, but I want to put this down because there's another one I want to get to, and I also want to leave enough time for a little break between blocks.
Yep.
Man,
Yeah,
it's
nice we all got around in.
Oh yeah. So I'll arrange with y'all at some point when we're going to come back and play these because I really want to finish these. But I'm going to take this down for now. This is really cool. I love the fact that it came with the map because I think being able to see that really helps like set the setting. So,
Yeah,
I love the Grody Grotto here has a little hidden laboratory underneath.
Yeah. The world building is great. So I'm gonna look at this next one. I haven't spent too much time looking at it, but it looks like a group storytelling exercise or something. So let's have a peek at this over here. Let me pull that up on the stream. This is called Grow in all caps. And it's quite a bit of text. And I think for the guest judges, I threw that PDF into the judge and guest chat. Let's see. Follow the instructions below. One a day or search them out. If it's a large plant, the do section tells you what to actually do, while the imagine section constitutes the play part. Okay. So it's like do. Obtain any seed you would like to grow. Imagine it is the 1800s. Who are you? How did you get the seed? Were you exploring the jungle? So, how we can do this in a manageable way is let's just take turns looking at these prompts under Imagine. And there's two sets of prompts, one when you first plant it and the other when it's growing. So why don't we go through and take turns imagining one of the Imagine prompts, and then once we've gone through, we'll all take turns on the next set of growing prompts. So does anybody want to go first, or shall I start us off?
I can go first.
Okay.
It is the 1800s. I'm Archibald Onion, and true to my namesake, I scoured the jungles to find a single onion bulb. I finally found it, the golden onion, used to make golden onion topping for hot dogs. the hot dogs we have in the 1800s, of course. And sure enough, it is what I was looking for. I think it's better for me.
Which one of the prompts did you pick? Under Imagine on the first page, day 3.
Oh, no, sorry, I went with day 1.
No, we're gonna skip right to day 3, or we're gonna do it all.
Okay. Imagining. Let me see. I'm gonna roll to pick one.
Okay. Oh, by the way, you also
Oh,
need to say
I had a dream.
you had to say why you're apprehensive of planting the seed.
Oh well, it's the only one that I've ever been able to find in the wild. After returning home after acquiring it, I had a dream that after planting it, money grew up from the ground, almost prophetic that this will be what furthers my fortune.
All right. Guess I'll go. And I rolled. Let's see. I didn't roll a D13. I rolled a D12 from Google, and I got 11. Okay, so my character, it's 1800s. I am a let's see. I'm a person who had been living on a cottage but has to move soon due to enclosure. The local nobles are enclosing their land that once people just lived on freely. Well, they paid taxes, but they just lived on it. That's how they did. So as I'm leaving, I see that there is some seeds on the ground left over from the last harvest. Yeah, people used to glean, talk about it in the Bible. Well, it's a similar kind of thing, except it doesn't look like a wheat seed. It looks like some other sort of seed, but I'm sad to leave my home, so I'm just going to grab whatever I can as I move to the city to go work in a factory or something. So in my cramped new home in the city, I'm going to try to raise this plant as a final reminder of the pastoral life. And I'm apprehensive of planting it because I'm not sure if I can get enough sunlight into this dingy city apartment. Cyber 11, you receive a letter without a sender address. It seems rambly and uses a lot of plant metaphors, and you think that's suspicious or weird. What's the letter about? Let's see. The letter is weird because it's addressed to me, and it's got my name on it. And it's definitely about me or to me, but it's talking about me as if I was rich or actually had money. And it seems to be that the growth is about my aristocratic land holdings or something or another. And that's weird because I ain't got any. That's my turn. So that's somebody else's turn now.
Perhaps that's a sign of the future.
I'll go. It's the 1800s. Who am I? I am a farmer living out in the, or not a farmer, just a kind of country, just living out in the country by myself, like sort of hermit, I guess. And I've got planters all over my garden full of bean plants. And one day I noticed that one of the beans was gold, or appeared to be made out of gold. And so it obviously doesn't look native like the other beans, and I really want to try and plant it. It's the only one I have, and I could probably sell it, but maybe if I plant it, I'll get more golden beans.
I knew a guy named Jack that did that.
All right, and what do you?
And okay, so I rolled a 9. So my neighbor sees me stocking up on garden supplies and remarks on it. What's my relationship to my neighbor? If they ask to borrow a tool, will I give it to them? It's like, well, I kind of was trying to do it discreetly, but this neighbor is very nosy, so of course he noticed. But I think I would lend him garden tools since I've got extras, and just to kind of keep him, get him to leave me alone for a bit. I'm gonna just lend him whatever tools he asks for, as long as it's one that I have an extra for. I've got a new type of bean that I'm trying to plant here. That's what I tell them. Like, I've got a new type of bean. I'm finding some interesting crossbreeding of bean plants here. So it's very important. And I make sure to use a planter that is out of view of the neighbors.
Wise. All right, Hempule. Are you still with us?
Okay, I had my microphone muted. I'm apprehensive of planting the seed because
What seed is it?
I haven't been taught in planting flowers. I'm not a good gardener.
What
But
is the
it's my
seed and how'd you
birthday.
find it?
Sorry?
What is the seed and how'd you find it?
It's a seed that I found by my how do you even pronounce that? Like a crush, love interest.
Oh, your bow?
Oh, it's pronounced bow?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. She gave me a seed as kind of like a. This is a
How sweet of her.
symbol for our future potential relationship.
Or how
And
sweet of them.
I'm apprehensive of planting it because I suck at gardening, and it would be a really bad metaphor if I killed the plant immediately. So it's my birthday. I celebrate with friends by making the only cocktail I know, which is whiskey on the rocks. As you can see, I'm kind of like one of those. I'm well-meaning, but kind of clueless about a lot of things. And I definitely try to keep the plant out of harm's way. I feel that if I reveal to my friends that I'm trying gardening, they might kind of expect me to know what I'm doing. I don't want to reveal how clueless I am. However, at the same time, I am kind of yearning, yeah,
Yeah,
Yearning, yeah.
yearning for their kind of acceptance, but also for maybe their help, because I'm very concerned that I will botch the whole job. So I'm kind of teetering between keeping the plant secret so that nothing happens to it, or showing it so that I might get help from my friends.
It's a conflict. All right. So we got another round of Imagine tasks. I guess DH, it's your turn, and we're not playing this all the way through the way it instructs us, but we're just going to do one more round of Imagine on these prompts.
Okay.
So DH, I guess it's your turn. Try to roll a d12, and I guess if you get 12, I make it a 1 or something, or however you choose.
So this is it says the day n+1 to n+x do section. I'm guessing we have to do that for the first day.
Why?
No, yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
I don't, since we're not quite, because what it says to do is to like repetitively go through these Imagine tasks, but I think that might be doing by oneself.
You only do the do if you get to a bracket.
Oh, I see.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and roll for another Imagine. See what I get.
Yeah, and we're in the second page now. Right?
So it looks like I didn't get a bracket thing for mine. I rolled a 9.
I mean, do all of these have to correspond to a bracket? I thought these are just like later on as the thing's growing.
Yeah, you could just do the one that says n+9.
Yeah.
If you got a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that. Don't overcomplicate it.
Okay. A sudden change in environmental variables occurs. Different weather for an object. How does your plant take it? Well, I decided to plant the golden onion bulb right away. However, my knowledge of archaeological dig sites does not translate over into cultivation. and I decided to plant right before a cold snap. The onion bulb doesn't really grow. I have to quickly dig it out of the ground before I let it succumb to the cold, and have to find another time to plant it.
I guess I'll roll. I'm rolling a d12. I got 5. You're curious what makes this plant grow faster or better. You start to experiment. Which things do you try? Are they successful? So I suppose my sad little plant growing without too much sunlight, perhaps I become curious to see, because I kind of expected it to die right away or never grow because not too much sunlight goes into this dingy, overcrowded apartment, but it does seem to be growing. And I find, in fact, that the more I talk to it, the faster it grows. So that's funny. It doesn't seem... it seems kind of silly to talk to a plant, but it seems to grow faster when I tell it nice things. So I start trying to find books of poetry and stuff and read pretty words to the plant. And it does make it grow faster. That's what I got.
That's a well-learned plant.
Yeah, it's a very erudite. I think it's approaching Infinity's turn.
All right. I'm going to see. So I've got number 6.
All right.
The ecological significance of this plant is a mystery. Where does it fit into the food web? What's its niche? Do you have any other means of finding out other than traveling to where it originated to observe it in its natural habitat? So a little bit weird one for my plant, but say after a few weeks, a few golden beans begin to sprout from where I planted the original one. And I'm curious, what does a golden bean taste like? I've got more than one. I can probably sell the others if it turns out these aren't edible. So I'm going to, I'm going to just carefully attempt to cook one to see if I can eat it.
A 1-bean soup.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're poisonous, I don't want to eat that many of them. So.
It's 1 bean, but it's a really potent bean.
Yeah. It's like being made of... Unfortunately, they are as made of gold as they look, and I try to bite one, and my teeth just crack.
Oh, but gold's pretty soft, though.
Oh, that's
fine.
true. Is it soft enough that you can, chew it? Is it chewy?
Yeah. If you ever see, a pure gold ring, you can actually squish it.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's
Thankfully...
back in the day when coins were actual gold, people bit on them to see.
Yeah, that's right. I think I've seen that.
Oh, yeah.
So you probably don't crack your tooth. You're just like, oh, I can't eat.
Yeah, I'm just okay. It's
actually might be exciting to you to be like, oh, actually, it's this soft
yeah,
metal.
it's really gold.
That's why most stuff is plated, because just making the whole thing out of gold would be bad news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
Be too squishy.
It tastes terrible.
So did anyone else roll a 6? One did, right?
I didn't.
I did.
Oh yeah. So roll again if you got a 6. Let's get something else.
Okay. Let's do some other. 12.
Do 1.
Do 1. What?
Choose 1 because there's not a 12th option. So if you rolled 12, just take the first one.
Oh, okay. I'll go with 3. The first one.
I told you to take 1, but fine, you could take 3.
There's no 1.
Yes, there is. You notice your seed finally starting to sprout, and you're happy you paint what you see.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong page. Sorry, I was looking at the day 3 imagine things, but we were looking at the. Okay, yeah.
No worries.
Okay, I'll take 1 then. You notice your seed finally started to sprout, and you are so happy you paint what you see. Find a painting you enjoy that prominently features a plant.
I figured you could just describe to us how you paint.
Sounds like a Dali prompt.
Yeah, I know plenty of paintings of beautiful plants, but I unfortunately don't really remember the names of them. So
Why don't
it
you
would be
just,
cool to present. It would be cool
describe
to
to us.
present like a actual real life painting, but
Why don't you describe
I'll
to
just
us what you painted?
yeah. I painted a kind of a slightly kind of not time appropriate, slightly too old to be time appropriate, but I'm a sucker for romantic art, like all that, like the romantic style of painting. I paint a dramatic sunset in a deciduous forest with like a beautiful old oak tree as the central element. There's some clouds in the sky, but the sky's mostly clear, and you can see the reds and oranges from the sun behind the oak, and the sunlight falls very beautifully on the leaves of the oak. And there's I don't know, some wildlife, maybe a fox at the root of the tree looking for food. Uh, that's what I paint.
That sounds nice.
It's so
The
beautiful.
seed I got
it
from
made
my
tears.
yeah, seed I got from my bow is actually for a tree because that's metaphorically cooler. I don't know if it's actually an oak. I didn't really listen when she gave it to me, but it could be an oak.
Oh, that's a nice symbol of your undying love.
Yeah.
That was
Especially because I forgot what it was.
She gave it to you and said, "This is a symbol of our love. It's an oak. Just trust me, bro."
Exactly. I think I'll stop us there. That was fun. I noticed a lot of these games submitted really encourage like group storytelling, and I really enjoy that. And I wish I had more opportunities to do that. So it was really fun to be able to partake of that with y'all today.
Yeah, that was cool.
And
So
I
much
definitely
creativity with this.
I want us to come back and finish our Cultivation Bloodshed campaign and the Wide Awake in the Garden campaign when we got more time. So I'll figure that out. But I want to say also thank you to everybody who submitted one of those games. Because I know I've heard from one person recently, and I've heard from somebody before, like, if you submit a PDF game, you don't expect anybody to actually look at it. So I appreciate people who press on in their artistic endeavors, even if they think they won't be seen. We're going to sign off from now, and we're going to come back at 6 p.m. Central Time for the final 2 blocks of Cultivation Jam. But until then, I'll be saying goodbye to y'all temporarily. Some of y'all will be coming back, and some of y'all won't. So at any rate, say goodbye to the folks, and we'll end the stream for now.
See y'all. It was good to see the games. They were really
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
I have to say that I'm really happy that you chose to actually showcase the tabletop games like this because, as you said, it's so easy to be in a situation where there is no possibility of actually playtesting the board games or tabletop games. So this was a very nice way of
And a lot of them
handling
are
it.
just better with more people.
Oh, yeah.
So it's definitely good to set aside the time and be able to check them out.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll be seeing y'all in a few hours.